Hey guys, it's Bobby Legs and welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves. Whoa, no, not watches. I'm sorry. I know this is gonna be a knife collection video. Hang in with me, guys. I know this is a watch channel, but every once in a while I like to spice it up a little bit. I'll show a couple knife unboxings. I won't do any reviews because I don't know knives that much to do a review on. And I don't want to go down that road. But every once in a while, maybe I'll do like an EDC stuff or do like a knife collection. So, you know, the collection has definitely progressed and changed since the last time I did one of these. So I figured I'd just do an update to the collection. And so let's get going. The first knife here is a knife that I got from work. What? Yeah. So I had my 5-year anniversary last year at my job, and they sent me a link and to an online store, and I had about 100 things that I could choose from. Like one, I got to choose one, and I kind of started getting into. I just started getting into knives. I had bought my first knife that wasn't a box cutter, right? I bought a Kaiser or a Dividend. I forget. I think that's what it was. And I saw this guy there, and it looked pretty cool. You have like a nice little hunting scene here. And it's a small knife, about 2.5 inch blade, about 2 1/4 inch cutting edge. But it has a nice little like hunting scene right over here. I thought that was actually kind of pretty cool. And so I picked it up in a little back lock, and it came with like a little leather a belt holster. So I figured I would pick it up, and I don't use it. It's just more for just staying in a box, but sentimental value. It was a nice little gift from my company. So there you go. I have really no other information about this knife. There's nothing that came with it that gave an explanation of what kind of steel it is. I assume this might be brass, but I just don't know. Anyway, so moving on. The next knife is a Spyderco Delica with a packwood handle, and this was given to me by a friend and subscriber to the channel, a contributor. His LinkedIn stuff or bought stuff from him actually in the past too, and he threw it in there as a gift for me, and I was really taken back. It was like really nice. It was actually like one of the first. It's like the first gift I got from somebody that was channel related, and so it was a cool knife, and I used it in my first Spyderco, and I always will keep it and have it because it also has some sentimental value. But I used it pretty good. I mean, it was pretty good. It was pretty used before I got it, and I used it again, and did a lot of the things outside with this knife. It has a nice deep clip, just under 3-inch. Blade. I have a lot of knives. About half of my knives are probably like 3 inches or below, and it's 3 inches. I feel very, very comfortable with blade wise, but it's just over 7 inches long, fully opened. Good knife, good solid knife, and I love it. Pretty cool. Spyderco, definitely for sure. Now moving on. Let's see here now. Okay, so the next couple of knives are a little bit of a pairing, I would say. And I saw Metal Complex do a review of this knife, and also I think I may have seen Slicey done a review of the Kaiser Sheepdog. Now this is the medium size one. This is just over 3-inch blade. I think like 3.29. Micarta scales here, black blade here, BDN steel on both of these. More of a stonewash blade here, and I just love the way they look. I still do. These knives are not expensive. They're certainly. I think I paid like $80 for this one, $83, and I bought this pre-owned. But they're just fun knives. I just love the way they look. And MC had brought up the fact that he had a larger one, and the XL, and he used that to break down a lot of his boxes for Amazon and stuff like that, and shipping. And it's so true. These blades, I mean, these knives destroy boxes. Yeah, I mean, car Cardboard is gonna dull a knife pretty quickly, and this one's getting a little dull. This one's still pretty sharp. Previous owner put a thumb stud there. But like, you know, with the handle, you could just like really just like slice down a cardboard box, and it's pretty awesome, and it feels really good to do it. But these are both awesome and just fun to look at, fun to fidget with a little bit, and I like them a lot, and they're definitely keepers. I mean, I got to keep this one. I got blood on this micarta, so I got to keep this one. I'm not going to sell that to anybody. So let me make a little room over here. So I can show the final 4 knives of my collection here. And okay, well, yeah, let's go with this one. This is probably the most carried knife that I have. It is a DLT exclusive sprint run Spyderco Power 3 with the CPM crew wear. It's a super sharp knife. G10 scales, purple. Just an awesome, fun, fidgety type knife. It's Spidey flick it. Just cut me some slack here. I'm in front of a camera, so it's a weird angle. But just a lot of fun to fidget with. And man, I wear it. It's very comfortable. I had Dicey on a stream a couple weeks ago, and he made fun of me because I don't have a deep carry clip. And he's right. I probably do need a deep carry clip here because I do. But I haven't even. I know nothing about knives, guys. I really don't, and I haven't even gotten into the world of like taking clips out and putting other clips in, and then forget about scales, like changing out scales. Like I have no idea about that, and and probably won't for a really long time. So I kind of take the knives as is. But this is a super awesome knife. I definitely highly recommend a Power 3 because it is a great EDC knife. I know a lot of guys, they like the EDC factor of it. They may not like the blade shape. It kind of looks a little weird. I love it. I got no problem with it. Some people prefer the Power 2 because it's a little bit bigger blade and not as bumpy, or it doesn't have that as big of a hump over here by the thumb stud. But I like it, and I'll probably get a Power 2 eventually too. So I'll definitely be able to compare. The next knife I picked up, I saw Slicey do a review on one of these, and it is the Quiet Carry IQ. I love this knife, man. This knife is just so cool looking. I think there's something about this sheep's foot shape that I also am attracted to. I like the Tonto shape, and I like the sheep's foot shape as well. But this is just such a cool knife, so light. I think it's like just barely over 2 ounces, 2.9 inch blade length. It's not intimidating at all. I got this knife with the purpose of like, kind of like, you know, being in like an office knife, even though I work from home. Or if I have to go somewhere where there's going to be, you know, like a setting that is not like, you know, that's casual per se, like, you know, something more business casual or formal, and I want to carry a knife. This is what I imagined that I would carry, and it's just super fun, super, you know, tiny, but not that. But I don't feel like it's like fragile or anything like that. This is just a solid build knife, and CPM 20 CV, overall length 6.6 inches. Like I said, just under 3 inch blade length. Just a really cool, sleek looking knife. Speaking of sleek looking knives, man, so I've gone down the rabbit hole pretty steep here with a knife, man. I gotta admit, and quickly I knew that I wanted to get a Chris Reeve. So the opportunity presented itself. I got one pre-owned that barely used, and it is the Small and Cozy Insignia blade, S35 VN steel, 2.8 inch blade. What an awesome knife. Just like you can just tell the quality is light years ahead of something like this, like the build quality. Not to say that this is a bad knife. This is a fun, great knife. Not downplaying this at all. But when you handle one of these or one of these, and then you handle one of these, I mean, it is amazing. And I'm still having a problem with looking at the thumb stuff, but what a cool knife. Micarta scales, just a beautiful knife. I never thought I would say, oh, that's a beautiful knife. I never in a million years thought that those words would come out of my mouth, but I certainly feel that way about this one. And then finally, I got the Hinderer Bug, right? I've been dying to get an XM18. You can't really find those anywhere except for in the pre-owned market, which is fine. And maybe eventually that's what I'll have to do, or just wait till they come out with one, come out with them again. But DLT did a run. I just hit that against the stand. DLT just did a run with the Eclipse Swedge Spear working. This is the working finish, and I love this knife, man. This is a 3.5 inch blade, M390 steel, 8 1/4 inches open, full length, and this is just a hefty knife, man. This is the real deal. I love this knife, and I get it. I get why. I get this. I guess I get why people like this. I get why people love this too. And I went from 0 to 60 pretty quickly. I think with collecting. A buddy of mine, my friend Daniel, was like, "Oh, well, now that you have the Hinderer and the Chris Reeve, you're one knife away from the Holy Trinity." And I had no idea what he was talking about. I mean, I know the Holy Trinity of watches. Of course, everybody who collects watches knows, but apparently with knives, there's a Holy Trinity, and it's Chris Reeve, Hinderer, and Strider seems to be the consensus. Although people, I've seen other people say that you can interchange Strider out, or you can actually interchange any of these really, but the mainstays are pretty much Chris Reeve and Hinderer. And what an amazing thing! You can, coming from somebody who collects watches, who will never probably have one of those Holy Trinity watches. That I can get into knife collecting and soon pick up the Holy Trinity of knives, and that's pretty amazing. It just tells you there's different price points to a lot of hobbies, even though we all probably collect similarly. If I collect watches, I probably collect the same, not like I would collect knives, but the price points are a lot different. I mean, you can get an all-star knife like this. I mean, I know this was a sprint run and it cost about $160, but you can get something like this for pretty reasonable when you're comparing it, a reasonable price when you're comparing it to watches, I would say, right? So anyway, the hobbies are very, very similar. I can't believe I'm down this rabbit hole. I'm not sure Mrs. Legs will be happy about it, but anyway, I think I'm good for now until the XM18 comes out, or I get a large and cozy with a Tonto blade. So that's already two knives that I'm already looking for. And a PM2, I need to get a paramilitary too, of course. and I like and I love the native, the little native and the native 5. And I just there's so many watches, there's so many knives. Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking through this. 99% of my content is watches. We'll get back to watches in the next video, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.